Alright guys, welcome to my preview and predictions for WWE Payback 2015, but before we get to them, let's take a look at last month's predictions for Extreme Rules, which seen 3 out of 344 users correctly predicting all 7 matches, so congratulations to Creative, Shorty and Savage Boy in 1995. As for Payback, if you want to submit predictions, you can do so by heading over to smacktalks.org/predictions and I'll post the results on Monday morning. So let's not wait any longer, let's head straight into the predictions for Payback, as we start off with a kick-off match that sees Macho Mizdow and Axelmania taking on the Ascension. So clearly this match to me is more of a comedy thing to warm with the crowd for Payback, and I can only see it going one way with a win for the Meta Powers, so that's going to be my prediction, but it is a shame that the Ascension have bombed so badly after dominating NXT, and if they lose this to a team that's only just came together, then I really don't see how they can actually build them back up at this point. The next match sees the Divas in action as the recent return Tamina teams up with what I think is her new cousin-in-law. At least I think that's right, the whole explanation is kind of confusing. But anyway, the team up to take on the Bella Twins, who've gone from being the heels of the division to suddenly becoming a new face tag team. And for me, I kind of prefer the Bellas in the heel role, but at least we're getting something different this time around, even though the title's kind of being left out of the picture while they settle things in this match, which is kind of the problem when you have one of the Bellas as the champion, as though that is always there, so it's inevitable that you'll end up with a tag team match. As for how it plays out, I'm going to go with a win for the Bellas, and then a beatdown from Naomi and Tamina, possibly leading to the return of Paige now that she's finished a movie, so that she can come in and make the save. Next we have Ryback taking on Bray Wyatt after he was revealed to be the target of Bray's promos over the last month, but to me it's kind of been a big letdown. The promos were really good and I thought Bray delivered them really well, but Ryback, he just seems to be a bit of a boring choice, and with the things that Bray was saying, talking about taking away the thing that that person loves the most, I thought that would be kind of linked to someone like Rollins and his title, or even Daniel Bryan, which, if it was, then that would have made much more sense, but maybe it was the fact that Bryan got injured and have then switched to Ryback. Either way, I just haven't been able to get into the feud at all. It had so much promise to begin with, but even the attacks have been very lackluster. I mean, on SmackDown we've seen Bray tackling Ryback during his entrance, and that was pretty much it. So as for how it plays out, I think Bray really needs a win here after big losses to John Cena and The Undertaker, so I'm going to go with Bray. Maybe Ryback's bitten off more than he can chew this time around. Moving on, we have King Barrett taking on Neville, and regardless of the outcome of this match, I cannot wait, because every single match that Neville's had on the main roster has been amazing to watch, and it's great to see that he's not being held back and having his moveset limited, and that the WWE are letting him go out there and show what he can do. And for someone that's only just come up, sure he has lost a lot of matches, but the fashion that he's done so has made him look really good, and they haven't hurt him at all because of the caliber of his opponents. On top of that, for someone just debuting to actually make the finals of the King of Ring, that is insane, and then getting a win over Cena on Raw, which yes it was a DQ, but it's still a win, that shows just how high up they are on him. Getting back to the match, I'm expecting to see a win for King Barrett, who I think himself is another one who has a big future, and hopefully the King of the Ring win, that will be what helps propel him towards that after a few false dawns in the past, especially when you look at the previous King of the Ring winners who have gone on to bigger and better things. So my prediction here, a win for King Barrett in a match that may well steal the show. Next we have another rematch from Extreme Rules as Sheamus takes on Dolph Ziggler in a singles match this time, following last month's Kiss Me Arse match that Ziggler actually won, but he didn't look like a winner by the end of the night. Now this build hasn't really had too much to it, it's kind of been mixed in with the Barrett and Neville match over the last few weeks, and I think regardless of who wins here, all 4 men will see the fates intertwined at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, likely locked inside the chamber, battling for the vacant Intercontinental Championship. So because of that, I don't think this match means too much, but I'm going to go with Sheamus to get the win after last month's loss. This next match really does have the potential to steal the show, as the Tag Team Championships are on the line as the new Day Sucks takes on Cesaro and Tyson Kidd in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Now this is a match I'm really looking forward to, as I'm a big fan of Kidd and Cesaro because I think they're the perfect combination, and when you have someone like Big E and Kofi on the other side of the ring who are again a combination of your bigger powerful superstar and your fast paced high flyer, then it makes for great matchups as the pace switches between the 2 big guys slugging it out and showing feats of power to a fast paced high flying duel as the partners are tagged in. So with this and what we've seen from both teams over the last few weeks, I think this will be another solid match that I can definitely see reaching 3 falls, with both teams getting at least 1 pinfall, and then more than likely the New Day find a way to cheat themselves to victory in the final fall and retain the belts. And if that happens, that's something that I'm happy to see, as they're kind of converting me into a New Day Rocks fan as opposed to a New Day Sucks fan, as the heel version works so much better, and it's great to see another side of all 3 guys, especially with the promos that have been cut and where you can see they just seem to be having fun with it. So my prediction here, New Day wins. The next match is what's billed as the final encounter between John Cena and Rusev as they do battle over the United States Championship in an I Quit match. So surely leading into this, everyone's thinking there's no way that Cena's going to say I quit. He's Mr. Never Give Up, so there's no way that he'll say it. Right? Right? Well, I don't know, as much as I absolutely love the John Cena Open Challenge, which is now something that I always look forward to on Raw to see who shows up, and it generally results in some great matches like those with Sami Zayn or Neville for example, if Cena was to utter the words I quit, then I think it would lead to some great character progression for him that is badly needed, but knowing Cena, there's only two ways that I could see him losing this match. The first one is if Rusev plays a clip of Cena saying I quit like he did on SmackDown and it causes the ref to ring the bell, similar to what was done in the I Quit match between The Rock and Mankind, or, and this is the option that I can see happening, with everything going on between Rusev and Lana, I can see Rusev turn on her and using that to force Cena into quitting. So maybe he'll grab her and go to apply the accolade, causing Cena to quit in order for him to let her go, which is something I could easily see Cena doing. So that's the ways I expect it to play out. Like I say, I'm a big fan of Cena as the champ. I think he's done wonders for the belt, but I would prefer to see the second option and for Rusev to get the win here. And then who knows, maybe the WWE can introduce a TV title for Cena to defend each week. So my prediction, a short win for Rusev, thanks to the nice guy that is Mr. John Cena. The final match on the card is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship as Seth Rollins defends the title in a fatal 4-way match against Reigns, Orton and the surprise addition of Dean Ambrose. On top of that, there's also the stipulation that if Rollins fails to retain, then Kane is fired from the authority, and with that stipulation I would happily welcome a new champion. So, as anyone that listens to We Talk with me and Telesinski will know, I think it's time that Kane was taken out of the picture because every single week it dominates the entire show with the dissension between him and Rollins. However, I can't see it happening, and with the word in the stipulation, if Rollins fails to retain, then that makes me think that Kane will just attack Rollins to cause a DQ, which, yes, he'll lose, but he'll still retain the championship. And really, I think that is the problem with this match. I'm talking about Kane, who isn't even a part of it, instead of the other competitors, because that's where the focus is. There's no real story between the rest of them, it's all about Rollins and Kane, and that's where it's been building up. So, really, I don't have much more to say. I don't really see any of the others winning the belt here. It just wouldn't be the right time. So there we go, my prediction for the match, a win for Rollins, probably due to an attack from Kane and retain the belt via DQ. So that is my predictions for all the matches on the card. Let me know what you think about them below and what your predictions are. And if you want to submit predictions of your own, head over to smacktalks.org/predictions to submit your own, and I'll post the results on Monday morning. Until then, enjoy Payback and catch you later.